Has the ongoing war between Iran, Israel, and US has entered the Indian kitchens? Confusing, right? But it's a fact. What could be the reasons behind the LPG crisis in India? Here are some facts we need to know. The war between Iran versus USA, Israel, and other Arab countries has created a massive LPG crisis in India. India is the second largest importer of LPG gas around the world. As the highest populated country in the world, India consumes around 31.3 million tons of LPG per year, and it comes to 85 to 87,000 metric tons per day. India produces around 12 to 13 million metric tons domestically. The remaining around 18 to 20 million metric tons, that is close to 60%, has been imported from different countries. Our main importers before the war breakout was Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, UAE, and recently USA also were the main suppliers of LPG for India. When the war broke out, Iran choked the trade in the Strait of Hormuz, which created a massive shortage of LPG in India. Iran started to attack the ships and cargoes in the Strait of Hormuz, which increased the tanker insurance and supply logistic cost drastically. It created a shortage in most of the Indian cities, and people started panic selling of LPG cylinders in black market. Due to that, the commercial cylinders, which costed around 1900 to 2000 before, was increased to 7 to 10,000 in the black market. Most of the hotels were closed due to the unavailability of LPG cylinders, and the other hotels with limited stock has to reorganize their menu. And even some hotels started the traditional style of cooking over wood fire. But the household people which were living in tier 1, tier 2 cities with no experience of cooking in the wood fire are facing extreme difficulties, and people became very outrageous and started protesting in front of gas delivery agencies. The people staying in PGs, hostels, old age homes had no clue how to deal with this crisis. So, what did central government took the measures in solving the LPG crisis which was created by the war? Government took key measures by emergency power invoked, that is Essential Commodities Act of 1955, for preventing hoarding and black marketing of LPG cylinders. They make sure fair distribution of LPG across the country. Indian government increased the domestic production by 25% to meet the demand, and they took the control and rational measures to prevent panic buying and increase the minimum gap between bookings from 21 days to 25 days. What helped Indian government is the neutral stance in Iran-US-Israel conflict. Indian external affairs diplomats to have direct high-level talks with Iran diplomacy, which was a fruitful result for India. Iran allowed Indian flagship to pass the Strait of Hormuz. So far, 8 LPG cargoes has with roughly around 0.56 million metric tons has passed between the March 1st to March 18, 2026, and India has requested Iran to allow the remaining 22 ships which are stuck in the Strait of Hormuz. India has initiated parallel military coordination to naval escorts for the remaining 22 ships for the safe passage. And also, Indian Prime Minister spoke directly with the Iran's president and emphasized the importance of global trade routes staying open. That helped ease in restrictions gradually. So here is the question: has LPG crisis is fully solved? No. Government itself says it's still worrisome and the situation is not fully stable. Crisis is easing and the panic buying has reduced, so it's gradually stabilizing. Commercial sector is still suffering with a limited LPG supply, and many have forced to use the firewood and electrical alternatives. So, as on March 21st, 2026, situation is under control, but it's very fragile, and it will depend how the war will go on in an upcoming days. What does people has to do? People has to be prepared with the better alternatives with wood fire, electrical alternatives, and with their limited stock, they have to survive in this outrageous situation. So these are my thoughts on India's LPG crisis which has entered Indian kitchen because of the war. For more information on geopolitics like this, please do like, share and subscribe. Jai Hind.